I'm Alexandra Harbushka, founder of Life with Herpes, and I'm excited because I'm gonna just go through and answer some questions that you guys have asked. I am 38 weeks pregnant, so I am 9 months pregnant. I could have the baby at any time. I'm not gonna have the baby right now, which is good. Jason, the videographer, would be, he's happy about that. So anyways, I asked you guys in our Secret Society community some questions to say like, hey, what do you wanna know about pregnancy and herpes, as well as like, what can I do to ease your comfort to let you know you can absolutely have a baby pregnant? So here's the first one. Can you have a baby vaginal? And the answer is yes, you can have a vaginal delivery. It's gonna be very key that you talk about this with your doctor, and it's also gonna be key that you're on the Valtrex or the valacyclovir, basically the antiviral to prevent an outbreak starting at 36 weeks. At least that's what my doctor put me on at 36 weeks. Some people 34 weeks. If you are on the antiviral, it's a less than 1% chance of a transmission to your baby during a vaginal delivery. So you can absolutely have a vaginal delivery. How do you avoid getting outbreaks during pregnancy? That's a tough one. I'm gonna talk about my outbreaks in a different episode during pregnancy. You can be on the antiviral throughout your pregnancy. Again, I'm gonna direct you to talk to your doctor about that, see what works best for you guys, but you can be on the antiviral when you are pregnant. There are some, my doctor told me not to take lysine while pregnant just because it's not tested. So we're not gonna do tests on pregnant women. They don't know the effects. I'm sure it's just fine, but I did not take lysine while pregnant, so I didn't have that extra lysine in there. What I did when I got outbreaks is I would use a little bit of essential oil, put it on the outbreak, and that would help a lot. And then once I got further along in my trimesters, I started taking elderberry, which also boosts your immune system. Again, talk to your doctor on when, and because at different parts of your trimesters, you can do different things. So that's what I personally did, just did what I could do to keep my immune system strong. So that's the best answer for that. What do the companies who make the HSV meds recommend during pregnancy? Again, you are able to take the antiviral, just talk to your doctor. It's between you and your doctor. What do you want to do? What do you find most important? Me personally, I did not take the antiviral while pregnant until 36 weeks. That was just my personal choice. The doctors provide the antiviral 4 weeks before your due date. Yes, they do. So they will prescribe it for you. What is my opinion on the risks of vaginal versus C-section during delivery? So my personal opinion is the baby is meant to go through the vaginal canal. Like that's ideal for the baby. There's a reason for it. There's all these reasons that I probably don't know, that we don't probably know, right? I do know that it's good for the baby's lungs, it's good for the baby's immune system, it's all this. However, yes, there are risks that I can transmit genital herpes to my child. However, because I'm on the antiviral, I have a less than 1% chance. So I feel comfortable with that percent. My husband feels comfortable with that percent, and my doctor feels comfortable with that percent. So the three of us in there feel comfortable with this. If you don't feel comfortable with it and don't want that risk, then don't do it. Do what you want to do and what you feel comfortable with. Do you have to have a cesarean? No, I just discussed that. I do not have to have one. Again, if I have an outbreak or had an outbreak or feel like I'm having an outbreak, then absolutely I would not take the risk. Why risk it for your child? But no, you don't have to have a cesarean. Some people want to. They prefer cesareans. Talk to your doctor, get that figured out. How safe is it for a woman to have a natural birth while it's suppressive? So there's difference between natural and vaginal. So natural means no drugs whatsoever. So like no epidural, no painkillers, that's natural. Vaginal is vaginal. So that's, I think, probably what you mean, which you can have an epidural. And then So basically I think the question is, can you have a vaginal birth? Yes, you can have a vaginal birth. These are all my questions here. Can I have a baby if my herpes appears every month? Yeah, absolutely. Are you asking if you can get pregnant or you can deliver? You can get, however, herpes doesn't interfere with the act of getting pregnant. It might, like the egg and the sperm meeting, it doesn't affect your fertility. It doesn't, like that whole concept behind the scenes that happens in there doesn't affect it. In utero, the baby's not gonna be compromised in any way to become infected with herpes. So you can absolutely get pregnant. Have you been getting outbreaks while pregnant? Yes. I did not get them in my first trimester, which was great. And I went through IVF. And so I thought for sure during IVF, which is in vitro fertilization, because you go under, they give you anesthesiology, they remove your eggs, like it's a procedure. And I thought for sure with the anesthesiology, all the drugs that go through your system to get your hormones and all that, I thought for sure I'd get an outbreak, and I did not during the IVF process. I did not in my first trimester. My second trimester, I started getting some outbreaks, but then they kind of cleared up. Like you kind of go through phases. However, my third trimester, my last trimester, I felt like I would get one. I'd get one, it'd go away, I'd get another one, it'd go, like it was just back to back to back to back. So I had a lot in my third trimester. What I tried to do was just keep my immune system as strong as possible to prevent getting more outbreaks. Can you breastfeed? Absolutely, absolutely. As long as you don't have herpes on your breasts, which it is possible to have herpes in other parts of your body, but as long as you don't have herpes on your breasts, yeah, you can absolutely breastfeed. Again, just because you have the virus in your system doesn't mean you're gonna it's not gonna come out of you. It's just gonna go, it's skin to skin transmission based on where you have herpes. Am I giving a natural birth? I'm gonna try not to have drugs. I'm gonna try not to have an epidural. I'm gonna try to have a vaginal birth, but we'll see what happens. It's not really up to me, I feel. It's up to baby and what he wants to do. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. What is delivery gonna be like? I'm pregnant. I'm insanely afraid about giving birth to the baby. I don't know yet. I haven't done it yet. I recommend talking to your doctor. That's the number one thing. You have herpes, talk to your doctor. Get a plan. You guys need to be on the same page because your doctor's in control of it, and your doctor needs to know when you have outbreaks. That's gonna be key. So I don't know yet. I'll let you know. Are you having a normal birth or C-section? I'm gonna try vaginal. How do you know when an outbreak is happening? That's gonna be different for everyone. For me personally, I get swollen lymph nodes, I feel a little run down, and I get like an itch or tingle. I get mine around my anal opening, so that's where I get them, and it's like a little paper cut. So that's how I know, but everybody's gonna be a little bit different. Do you get more frequent outbreaks during pregnancy? Are they more severe? Yeah, during my last trimester, I definitely had a lot of outbreaks. And yeah, they were just a little, you're different. Your immune system's different, your body's different. You really can't take anything. You can take the antiviral, but what I mean, you can't, like I can't take like a leave or something to like help with my headache or my lymph nodes or things like that. Like when you run down, sometimes you want to take an Aleve or like a Tylenol or something. I can't take any of that. So you just have to let it run its course. And let's see, that was, do I need a C-section? No, I don't need one unless I want one and I don't want one. Let's see, I have more questions here about breastfeeding. Yes, you can breastfeed. And then I had someone ask that they're afraid to even try to have sex to have a baby. So they're scared to not use a condom. So the question is, what are some other ways? Did you go with IVF because of that? So no, I did not go through IVF because I have herpes. That was for a completely different, it was for the normal reproductive reasons why you can't get pregnant, right? It had nothing to do with herpes. So I would say that if you and your partner are concerned about the transmission of herpes, you should probably talk to your doctor. The best way to prevent transmission is taking the antiviral and using a condom. Obviously, using a condom to get pregnant doesn't work, clearly, but it's just gonna have to be between you and your partner. So if the priority is pregnancy, then your partner's gonna have to feel comfortable with, and you as well have to feel comfortable not using a condom. It's just, you're gonna have to get to that point. And at some point in every relationship, you get comfortable with not using a condom or birth control or whatever it is. Like you get to the point where you feel, you trust and you're okay with these things happening. So if you're at the point of where you want to have a baby, chances are you should be at the point of okay of transmission. Your partner should feel comfortable with that. But do not feel like you have to go through IVF or some other ways to get pregnant. Like you don't need a turkey baster or any of that. It should be a completely natural, normal process. All right, thanks for all your questions. It was fun to go through them. Loved them. So leave more comments below. I will answer them. I'll continue to answer them. And if you're pregnant, enjoy. If you're not and wanting to, also enjoy that process. It's a really fun process. I know it can be frustrating sometimes, but just enjoy. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.